praises and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. A book of remembrance was brought before him, okay? So what is this book of remembrance? We're going to get into it tonight, okay? This evening we're going to crack the riddle, okay? So Yahweh Shai has a book, okay, of elect. Is really, once again, you have to be of the elect. If you're not of the elect, you won't make it out with your life, okay? That's only for the Israelites, okay? If you of the 12 tribes of Israel, the seed of Israel, and this doctrine is sticking to you, and vibing with this doctrine, you might well be of the elect. You never know. Okay, you gotta run the race like you are of the elect. Okay, run the race like you are of the elect. You never know. You might be. So when this thing goes down, you be delivered. Okay. It's all about salvation. I know I don't want to be caught up with a nuclear strike and get burnt to smithereens. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, a book of remembrance. Let's get it to the book of Malachi 3, verse 16. Then they that feared Yahweh spake one to another, and Yahweh heard, and he heard it, and a book of remembrance, see this, and a book of remembrance was written before him that Yahweh, and that thought upon his name. Okay, and that's the elect. Okay, the elect are going to fear Yahweh. It's going to run the race. Okay, let's turn to the book of Corinthians. You're going to run the race like you are of the elect. The book of 1 Corinthians 9, verse 24. Let's read it from the top. Know ye not that they which run in the race run all, and only one receives a prize? So run that you obtain. Every man that strives for mastery is temperate in all things. Now they that, and let's read it from the top. Now they do obtain a corruptible crown, but we incorruptible. Therefore, so run not as uncertain, so fight I, not that one that beateth the air. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is not, he doesn't forget the works that you did for his name. It's like anything. If you, whatever you put into it, you get out of it. If you put 110% in this, you're gonna get out 110%. You never know. You might be saved. You might be a case of a beam me up Scotty, okay, when this thing finally goes down. Hebrews. moment. The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing that we are passed about with so clouds, a great cloud is, let us lay aside the weight and the sin that so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set. It's a race, okay? You gotta pace yourself in this thing, okay? It's not a sprint. Yahushua he's got the book, and only you gotta hope and pray that your name is written in that book of remembrance. Okay, let's get it. The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 22. But ye are come unto a Mount Zion, and unto a city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly church of the firstborn which are written in heaven. See, it's written in heaven, okay? This is a book of remembrance, okay? It's written in heaven. And to the spirits of just men made perfect, okay? So it's a book that's written in heaven already. The book of Revelations, chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before power, and a book was open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were just written in the book according to their works. Okay, so once again, you gotta be praying, you gotta be doing your fasting, you gotta be doing your videos, okay, and hoping and striving that you are of the elect, so you can make it out with your life, okay. When this thing finally goes down, you want to make it out with your life, okay. You don't want to be killed on this side, okay. That's what this is all about. You gotta run the race, Lord. Let's turn to the book of Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 20. We'll start at verse 19. Behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the powers of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are what this is about. Okay, you got to rejoice that your names is written in heaven. The book of Malachi, we'll start at verse 1. The book of Malachi is 3, verse 1. Behold, in my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And Yahweh, whom thou seek, will suddenly come to his temple, and his messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight, shall, and behold, he shall come, said Yahweh of hosts. But who can abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appears? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like a fuller of soap, and he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Yahweh offerings and righteousness. Okay, so when he suddenly appears, okay, you want your name to be written in that book, okay? You want your name to be written. You don't want Yahweh trying to blot you out that book, okay? So you're going to make it out with your life, okay? Don't play with your life on this side, okay? Don't play with your salvation. Playing with your salvation, you get yourself killed with a horrible death with thermonuclear weapons, okay? Set off, okay? Destroying anything that's in their pathway. The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael, great prince, for it stands for up for thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, as since it never was. There was a nation, even at that same time, thy people, everyone that is shall be found written in the book. So everyone that's found written in the book, okay, those are the ones that's going to be delivered. Verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to everlasting contempt. Now, with everlasting contempt, you took the MOTB, okay, and you had to get put to death violently to come back alive. And you'd be an Israelite. See, everyone's going to know you took the chip in the kingdom, okay? It's going to feel like shame, okay? Because you didn't have faith and posture. You didn't hold your posture in Yahweh Shai. You didn't give Yahweh Shai his patience, okay, and his dues. You didn't want to go through your afflictions, okay? So that you be a good financially, you have your women and stuff like that, but it's going to be a horrible, horrible horrible attached to your legacy because you took the MOTB. Okay, that's what this is all about. You want to be the one that gets delivered on this side. Okay, you don't want to. You want to make it out with your life. I'll leave you with this: the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. And I beheld the thrones and was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and his head was like the pure wool, and thrones was like a burning flame, and his wheels were burning with fire. UFOs, okay. Verse 10, a stream issued and came forth from before him, and thousands minister unto him, and 10,000 times stood before him. The judgment was set and the books was open. See, the books is open. And on that note, hopefully you was edified. Shalom.